event is still happening. Anise and I just don't have any
Well, I mean, the
financial
reason is
ties.
because
We
they
don't
want to
have any
distance themselves
ownership.
from
We
Ethan
are,
and
I think
Ian's
just going to be known as
right
the founders of the event.
the
Yeah,
the
I
beef
mean,
that's going
I
on
think it
between
had
these
to
three
come to
people,
this
basically.
eventually. I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't. I mean, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest. That people are
What?
just going to use.
I want to be frank. I want to be honest. That's funny because you weren't in that one video. You say all that, but you you literally hid information. You're just as bad as Hassan, iDubbbz. A nice way of trying to obfuscate shit and trying to push a narrative, yeah? Maybe don't do that. Hmm? Because it just makes you look fucking two-faced. There's a lot of content creators who act two-faced. You gotta fucking be careful. They will burn you if they can. And they will talk shit behind your back all the fucking time too. I mean, just look at some of these discords and shit. Right? Some of these guys are harboring communities that probably say the same shit. Alright, anyways. What does more Pegasus have to say about the
Hassan Piker situation?
Hassan
So he
Piker
starts by
situation?
defending his mod Frogan yet again, saying she is the biggest victim of all this drama.
Uh-oh.
U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
He's also been planning a debate with H3H3, but he's so scared of losing to Ethan, he keeps coming up with excuses to dodge the debate, saying that Ethan will
so he
somehow
talks about
bring
the dodging,
Destiny
yeah.
onto his stream to get him banned. Then we have Asmongold's reaction, Destiny's reaction. Ethan also responded saying he's not gonna do that. Also, apparently Hassan has been watching our videos and losing his mind over slop tubers. We got some more updates on iDubbbz and Creator Clash 3 with even more fighters dropping out. So let's just go over all this one by one, laugh at everybody.
Oh, okay. He doesn't actually go over. Oh, wait, he does. Wait, what? Wait, did he actually watch it? I'm confused. Okay, it's more of a, I mean, we don't have to watch. I thought he was gonna watch, I thought he was gonna talk about the debate, but no, he just talks about the stuff leading up to the debate. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I already know about all this stuff, so if you wanna get a rundown of everything that's happened, or Pegasus, basically. Here you go. Oh, I'm not subscribed anymore. I probably got fucking desubscribed because I don't fucking watch a lot of more Pegasus. I've noticed that if you don't watch certain people at a certain time, they just fucking unsubscribe you for some reason. I don't know why they do that. That's so fucking weird. I guess they're trying to like change the algorithm a bit on you for some reason. I don't know why they do it. It's fucking weird. They need to stop that shit. Fucking annoying too, because I have to fucking remember who to fucking subscribe to, because it's like, what the fuck, man? Alright. Anyways, let's see what Mr. Lawyer-san from the Asian countries have to say about the Cinder situation. I think I'm gonna have to say it again. Yeah, the whole Cinder situation is weird. Like I said, I still think Cinder and Redacted and Nano have done some weird shit, right? I mean, I don't want to say that the other girls have done so as well. Okay, maybe I think Bao is fine. Silverveil is fine. Shy Lily seemed to she's kind of iffy. Given her, I think we saw her true colors when she fucking right, said that apology, or right when she responded to the apology. Also, you can kind of tell on her video too. Yeah, the whole situation's weird because it's friends and it's a business and it's just. It's just a messy situation. It doesn't look good for everybody, right? Well, I mean, I guess it's so Bow's fine, Silverveil's fine. It just looks bad for everyone else, right? That was tied to it.
So we obviously have the Cinder situation. So
right, it puts a negative atmosphere, right? It doesn't bode well, right? Because I think I don't want to say it happens all over the fucking internet, but gotta be careful.
What
man.
happened? Obviously,
People
we got
crazy.
the VTuber Cinder.
You don't know what's
so if you don't
inside
know
the
who that
fucking
let's
human's
pull her
mind.
Real
Sometimes.
quick. We'll pull up her account. She is the Hellhound Wolf VTuber Cinder. I guess she's not blocked me yet, so we're doing pretty
Hello.
good there.
Yeah, I don't think she's blocked
there.
me either.
Now
I don't,
she has
I'm
issued
I'm
an
a fucking
apology for all
nobody
of this,
compared to
although
all these people. By
the
the
apology
way.
does indeed deflect a lot of the
I'm
responsibility.
just a fucking dumbass college student. No, I know
onto
nothing.
her boyfriend slash
knows
manager
nothing.
redacted. But let's get into this document. Now, this one was put together by Sparky in terms of the screenshots, but it's just screenshots. So none of the all the screenshots are factual.
Yeah, it's
so.
Yeah, he's probably gonna say it's all here. Well, he probably is gonna say it.
In terms of the way this is compiled, this is just me reading the screenshots, which are confirmed as real. So we'll get into that here. So we're gonna go through this and kind of take a look at these screenshots.
Someone put the doc in order. Yeah, all the screenshots seem to be real.
Order. So we're gonna read some of this from beginning to end and see where it goes. And I will skim through some of it.
Then again, he can probably get more information because I think some of the VTubers are more willing to divulge information to him. So he probably knows a little bit more information, maybe, possibly, I don't know.
Redacted says, then like a month later, unfollowed her on Twitter, started taking her ideas, Cinder's ideas like the flames. Now she's basically rebranded to more of a fire Cerebus, using fire emojis all the time, never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself a Hellhound, but stopped when Cinder grew past her and now uses Cerebus or Serapup or whatever her lore says, I don't know. The unfollow is weird. So a lot of this is... by the way, this is generally directed towards Silverveil. That's kind of out there. There was also unprovoked tweets from her, like, I didn't copy anyone else for my design. My design is all me. This is who I am.
Yeah.
On random Cinder clips on YouTube.
There was that one person, Spite. Yeah, I forgot about that person. Apparently that person was like... I didn't read that person's doc. I thought she was just like someone who felt slighted or something, right? Paranoid. Because there's been a lot of instances where people on the internet get paranoid. Let's just say it happens more often than not. People like to jump the gun a lot, right? Without any factual information sometimes. And it's like, well, if you really believe that, I can't help you.
One dedicated episode that Silverveil fan or someone she knew that would comment on these clips saying, like, when are you going to clip blank only Cinder on Cinder clips? And said, I think it's more wanting her to recognize Cinder, even though literally it doesn't matter. I feel like there's an unspoken competition between them. Like they need to one up each other because, blank can't get along. But I understand the point of view. A new VTuber who people say looks, sounds, acts like you, and becomes just as successful as you in a year. If she didn't recognize Cinder as an equal or friend, then it would have been like she's endorsing her copy. They share a lot of the same audience. So okay. This is another thing too. In the VTubing world, there are only so many archetypes, right?
Correct.
And I have talked about the problem in VTubing is that how many shark or whale
Yeah, I think he's gonna go along with what I was thinking. You cannot copyright these things, right? These are real biological, factual, right? Informational, right? You cannot copyright an actual animal. I mean, you can copyright the art, correct? But you cannot copyright the generalized term of an ant, right? You can't trademark it. You can't do that. Maybe if it was a movie, okay, sure. Right? If it was a character you're playing and it has a specific name, okay, sure. But you cannot, right? You cannot trademark an actual, like, animal's name, right?
Or dog, or cat, or whatever animal. Like, there's a certain point at which, okay, you're going to be somewhat similar, right? If you were a cat girl
that
VTuber,
too. You're going to be somewhat
well,
similar.
you can't say
Especially
someone
with all
copies
the
you because you have
different cosmetics,
right? Or you have a bell and be like, I can only be the only
paraphernalia
cat
or
VTuber
items
well, no,
these
that's
people
that's a
like to
common trope,
put on their
right?
characters.
Obviously,
that
cat
costs tons and
VTubers are
tons
gonna
of money
have
for some
so
fucking reason.
if you were trying to sue somebody under
Jesus,
copyright
I'd
or
fucking
under
noose
some
myself
sort
if
of
I spent that
trademark or
much money
intellectual
on
property,
fucking just
you
art.
probably wouldn't win
Like
unless it was something very,
like I said,
very specific
art is in the
that
eyes
they're
of the
trying to
beholder.
copy. Even for cockroaches,
me.
like you
I'd fucking
can't
noose
own a
myself. I'm
cockroach. You
sorry.
can't be like, I
ain't
am the
spending
only
that much on
cockroach.
art. Fuck
You
that.
you could have elements that are unique to you, but still.
Yeah, some of these
I don't-
and some of these people are dropping like tens and thousands of dollars. It's like fucking hell. You people are out of your mind. You people are out of your mind on just this fucking little bullshit.
I don't think there's any like actual legal substance. I think this is just like chit chat. So I want to separate.
Literally, I could buy a new car with like $24,000. These people are spending upwards of $50,000 sometimes on some of their shit. They even have to spend money on like fucking buying a PC sometimes, right? And other tech. Like she's on top of the fucking model and other shit they have to do. It's like, Jesus fuck, you guys are insane. You guys are out your fucking mind.
Separate chit chat and like talking. Look, Regina George is not guilty of all the crimes, although she did commit some crimes in Mean Girls. So just talking people behind their back isn't illegal. If it was, there'd be a lot of people arrested. Let's continue here. Redacted says, like at the end of the day, isn't it about how much we make compared to her? We just want to recognize, hey, Cinder's a big VTuber. She got there on her own merits. She did just like you, so get along. And the marketing potential and money they could make if they teamed up, I just know anything we do, she's watching and will take from, oh my God, a figure was announced, no spinning figure. She has a debut Saturday. Everyone hears about it. Figure announced. Spinning figure on frame, figure right next to it. Stream yesterday, first stream since Cinder's debut. Guess what? Spinning figure next to it. So we're talking about copying and people copying, that happens, guys. And listen, here's another thing too I'm going to tell you guys. And this is going to piss a lot of people off, especially in the VTubing community. But I don't give a shit because my channel is about facts and not about feelings. And this is going to piss people off. Really piss people off. You ready?
What happened?
Copying is not just legal. It's actually encouraged. Let me say this one more time. Copying what people do is not just legal, it's encouraged.
Yeah.
A smart business looks at what other businesses are doing, and if it is successful, if it makes money,
businesses steal other businesses' ideas sometimes too. I mean, they might do it a different way, but they're taking the idea.
Do it.
But think about all the fucking idol industries, all the VTubers. They're all trying to fucking be the same. They're all stealing from each other. They're all watching each other. They're all friends. Some of these people are all friends and shit.
And they change it 5%.
And some of these are working with
the
fucking big
5% is important
organizations.
because you
got
need
indies
to
working
change
with
it to
some
be
of
unique.
these,
You
artists
can't
and-
obviously steal people's intellectual property.
Some of these artists
But
are
if you
working
change
with
it
big content
5%
creators, small
and you steal it,
you
that's
guys
good
are
business.
crazy,
and it's
man.
completely legal, and there's nothing they can do to stop you.
Oh
And that's
man,
the
you
evil
guys are
lawyer,
out
Andrew,
your
right?
fucking mind.
That's telling you the evil lawyer.
Because,
And I know a lot of people have a huge problem with that. A lot of people think it's immoral
No,
or whatever.
no, I
Nope.
mean,
That's
no.
exactly.
What do you think open source code is? There's nothing immoral. It is open source for a reason, is it not? Anyone can pick up and learn the open source code if they really wanted to. So I'm just trying to prove his point here.
Exactly what happens in business. I'm sorry, guys, it's what happens. And here's actually
It literally happens in programming languages all the fucking time.
what happens even worse. They steal it and they figure out how to do it for cheaper than you,
Cheaper, yeah.
so they undercut you.
That's what
So they
businesses
find
do.
out.
That's literally what businesses do. It has been since the dawn of fucking time. Even merchants back in the day did this shit. Right? If you want to go back to the mercantile days, right? They were doing this shit too. I don't know why people are so weirded out by this. This is business. Business 101. No one cares about your fucking feelings.
How you did it, they find out who you paid, and they negotiate a better contract with them because now you, the original person, has proven the success. So you're like, oh, we can sell even more if it's $1 cheaper. So they negotiate the contract down. So they sell the same thing for cheaper and they beat you out. That's how business works, guys. And that's just
You get bought out,
life.
literally.
I work in an industry here where I will
You know how cutthroat the fucking tech industry is? And I'm going into that industry? Pretty fucking cutthroat, especially when you're programming and making certain, right, whether it's devices, apps, software, you got a time limit, right? People are on the race to build something that's better than each other, right?
say, hey, I can help you with this visa
This is
for
competition 101,
$100.
especially in business.
And then somebody will say, I can do it for 75. And then somebody will say 50. I don't
this
think
has
that's
always
evil.
been
That
the business tactic, right? Like, I don't know why people are like this.
just is the way it exists.
Look at streamers.
And you cannot be mad
Those
about that. So
streamers know
the
that
fact
shit.
that they did that, I mean, you can be mad, but you can't legally do anything.
Look at
about it.
content creation. Look at entertainment
So I guess this is
industry.
Sacramore.
There's so
Val
many industries
says,
that fucking
hi,
do
I'm
this
going
shit.
to bed, but give me your rates
way,
and
look
turnaround
at the
time
art
for a video
industry,
like the
by the
Bao
way.
experience.
The
Me
big
and my
industry
editors
that
loved
does
it. So here's saying Silvervale. So this is saying Cinder really loved meeting you and wanted to collab. So I told her to let you know, and I throw you guys in the group chat. Silvervale says, hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I prefer not to do collabs. No worries. Hope you're having a great weekend. She says, oh, thanks. I've got lots of IRL stuff. Sorry for not interested in being collabs. I just like to do my own thing, but I'm always open to messages. I hope you had fun at the con. So she's very, by the way, Silvervale, very professional. Very professional. She did exactly what I would say you should do in these situations, which is remain professional, remain nice, and just,
Yeah.
just say things.
Yeah, basically, out of everyone, Silvervale basically just wanted to do her own thing.
Say things how they are, right? I mean, this is a fact, and she did it sweet, curt, to the point. Silvervale said hi.
Yeah, she was
and
very
Cinder said, hi,
cordial,
Silver. Sorry for getting back to you late. I've been
fair,
sick from
cordial,
TwitchCon.
I don't
Guess a
know.
lot of us got sick after the last couple parties.
Neutral
I hope you had a
about
good
it.
time
I
at
don't
your
know
meet
what
and
you
greet.
wanna
It was
say.
nice to see you there. But yeah, no worries. If you prefer not to stream together, my manager suggested something more like sponsorships, merch, music, and some of the kind of project together. Maybe Mythic could help with if needed. I'd love to chat more either way. And then says, no worries. It's been super hectic for everyone and busy. I hope you're feeling better. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm not interested in transactional relationships with anybody. I hope you can understand. And honestly, once again, she lays it out what the reason is. She doesn't want to mix money. Cinder said, hey, Silver, I got your Gamer Sub stuff in the mail. It looks amazing. It's cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch because she is bar model. Okay, so now Nano's getting involved. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so
Damn
here's
it.
where we have some issues. Silver, I have to cancel the model com. I'm sorry, my manager told me I have to cancel most comms for healthy purposes. I've been working too hard and getting into it. It's really getting into me. I really apologize for the inconvenience.
Yeah,
Silverveil
this
says,
is
I was
where
looking forward to it so much. I love your art so much, and I've been so excited for a new model from you. I understand, though. You have to prioritize your health and taking care of yourself. I hope your health improves and you feel better. Make sure to get a lot of rest and relaxation. Do you know if you'll be able to do it next year at all? Don't feel pressured. NanoLess says, I'm sorry, it hurts me a lot too. I just wish I could work on everything I could, but I believe I can still go for your model sometime next year. Silverveil says, that's okay. I know you have a ton on your plate, but can't imagine how stressful it must be. Do you think you can still do a Gamer Subs tub art? She says, oh yeah, illustrations are okay. So Redacted said, well, let's see if blank wants a nano model or not. I hope blank finds someone else. Then continues talking to Redacted, saying, it's about working with Cinder. My friends told me it's a bit unfair to stop other models, so I do more for Cinder, which I agree with them. I'm a free artist and I should do whatever I want to do. I don't take sides in any drama or situations. I will always have a way to open slots for Cinder, but I won't have her as my only customer. Okay, let me talk about this real quick. So let me talk about this. This is a really important point here. You can have exclusivity contracts. So it is possible for you to have what's called an exclusivity contract, meaning you are the exclusive vendor for somebody. So if you are a quote unquote free artist, you could sign an exclusivity contract with them. However, you better ask them for a ton of money.
Yeah,
they better be paying you well in writing.
Yeah, in writing.
And it's signed, right? You can have that. That is possible. You can do that. And if you choose to do that, that's fine. But understand,
I think when I was talking about this whole thing too, I was all like, yeah, there was none of, I don't think, it's hard to say if these people are actually making contracts or anything. I don't know what these people are doing. I mean, some of them have fucking managers. So it's like, I hope they're doing, right? I hope they're doing the thing justice.
Give yourself a boss. And if you want to be free, you really need multiple people. So if you have multiple people, then nobody can fire you. But if you go exclusive, they better pay you a lot. So Redacted says, I agree. You're a free artist. You should do what you want. But, and remember, whenever there's a statement with the but, ignore everything before the but.
Yeah.
And only read after the but. Because after the but is what people really mean. I was under the impression that taking on more Cinder work is what you wanted to do. I didn't think we were making you do it. So now he's kind of making a emotional, like there's like kind of the pushback here emotionally. Guess we've got a misunderstanding on both sides. It's more about this.
Basically trying to play
and then,
with her
it
emotions.
talks about not to discredit any work, blah, blah, blah. And he says, oh, I see. I mean, what I said is still true about how we feel, but I wasn't saying you had to only do Cinder work. That's with anything, though, not just your work. If you have something special and then everyone wants and gets that thing, it makes it less special. I'm sorry you were under the impression we were trying to make you only do work for us. I will keep things more business, less talk.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, Nanolist was under the impression that she had to cancel, right, Silverveil's work, and that's what Nanolist did. It's just like, what? Strange, okay. I guess for whatever reason, Nanolist didn't fucking ask for more clarification for some reason. I don't know. At the end of the day, right, these are just, right, people working together who are women. Sorry, I had to make that stereotypical joke.
And less emotional. Just let me know how this will affect your schedule so I can tell Cinder after. Sorry for the stress, Nano. But every single model I do is unique. Exactly. That's a very good point. and I make them special in their own way. It's
I
not
think
like
the
I'm
issue
selling
is
Cinder to
Nano.
everyone. Please don't feel that way, which is
Nanolist
true.
doesn't
Right? Everyone's model is
understand.
different.
Oh well, I mean,
Says,
I hope.
no,
she
I know you
fucking-
pour your
I
heart
don't know
and
if
soul
she
into your models in
understands
their own incredible. I'm
fucking
sorry I made you feel
social
that way.
engineering and being
Redacted
fucking
says, I'm sorry, it's okay.
played
Nano,
like
you're
a
just
fiddle.
making a living, a name
There's a
for
lot
yourself,
of people that
and
get
making
played
a
like
name
a
for
fiddle
yourself. I
real
can't blame you for
easily.
accepting work for other big names in the industry and having very desirable talent. If you end up filling your model schedule again like it was,
I
let
mean,
me
you
know.
saw it with the
We'll have to
Hassan thing.
replan some things
Motherfucker got
depending on
played
that.
like a fiddle.
Says,
but there.
thank you for understanding my side. We're all trying to have our names somewhere. Just don't take this personal or anything. I still love working with you guys. And again, apologize for trouble on your plans. I'll still visit my list and see what I got. Redacted gives the line. Say it with me, chat. Business is business. There we go. There we go. There's the line. If you want to go through the projects we talked about and let me know which ones you want to do. Is this about the blank model, Nano? Yeah, I want to take it, but I don't want to disrespect Cinder. I just want to do pretty models, no hurt feelings. He goes, Nano, you are a freelance artist and a longtime client, and this person is a longtime client, so it makes sense to continue work for. I understand the logistics. At the end of the day, you need to do what's best. I really appreciate you understanding. I understand your side too, but sadly, it's something between you two, not me. I shouldn't get involved in this fight. I go Art Burr. Right, I know. I just didn't think our other conversation sounded like it was trying to make you not work for her to model, like blank specifically. So now is when we're getting towards more tortious interference, because when you're starting to be more specific and you're talking about existing agreements, by the way, a lot of people think a contract has to be some sort of formal contract. It does not. It can be just an understanding based on a conversation. So when you put that conversation together, that is something that is relevant, right? So now we have redacted encouraging termination of a contract with Bow. This is tortious interference with contract. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections, she'll find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? I remember showing it to her at WeebCon. Yes, I can give her the design.
Wait, so the one with Bow is tortious interference? Oh, so you're saying that Nanolist had a contract with Bow and then she canceled it because of this? Oh, interesting. So there was a contract.
Now we have redacted. It does not. It can be just an understanding based on a conversation. So when you put that conversation together, that is something that is relevant, right? So now we have redacted encouraging termination of a contract with Bow. This is tortious interference with contract. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections, she'll find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? I remember showing it to her at WeebCon. Yes, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. Don't sell yourself short. I think she'll be fine with taking the design and finding someone else. I wouldn't offer it for free, maybe half the price if she starts shit. Yeah, you're right. I'll talk to her. We'll also close the model inquiry opening. That was a mistake. Tortious interference. And here's the other thing too. People are trying to say, oh, well, Cinder didn't say it. Here's
Doesn't
what I've
matter.
been saying in the VTuber community.
Yeah, if your manager is saying it, no, that doesn't work like that. You're a business affecting another business at that point.
Community for over a year. And here's the thing that nobody's been listening to me on, and I'm going to call it out right now because this is the reason why Cinder is 100% implicated, because this is the manager. And when you call somebody a manager, when
you say someone's the manager, now there's an extra level of, right now there's a business side to it. Right? Now there's legal implications, right? Manager, there's a reason why there's terms, right?
agency and authority. So any action a manager takes is as if it is an extension of the VTuber. The manager is your agent. That is your.
I mean, that's why Shy Lily went. Your man, right? It's the whole your man thing. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you called this person your manager, right? They are by proxy, right? Going off your word.
Action. You are responsible for that. So everything Redacted does, Cinder is 100% legally on the line for. 100% legally through, somebody said in the chat, vicarious liability. They are a representation of you. Legally, this is why people are idiots.
Yeah, I think I said that too. Because, yeah, the manager she's using Redacted as a manager. Like, what? I don't... Oh, maybe there is some back and forth. I guess I haven't seen the back and forth.
Under U.S. law. Okay? Now, that's me talking about U.S. law. I don't know if any of these people are out of the U.S. or if they're in Japan. I'm talking about U.S. law. Let me be very clear. Right? 100% on the line. Let me say that one more time. Cinder is liable legally for everything Redacted did. Whether or not she feels that way, whether or not she gaslights them, whether or not she whatever act she was doing as a girlfriend, none of that's relevant. Legally, as a manager, you're responsible. Sorry. So they talked about, and here we go. Girly Pop, the cut here, Smoge. Nano had to drop me as a client because her work schedule is too hectic, which is, influenced all here. Redacted says, you wouldn't happen to be available for an MV in a week or two, would you? Sax says, I'm completely full every day this month, and earliest I could do is November. Says, just checking, thank you. Sax says, no problem, 100% down for one after that date. Sorry to bother you, but do you know the exact release date, since I could try working on something out to fit it in? By the 22nd-ish. Hey, Red, thanks for waiting. So I've been trying to figure out if there's any way feasible I could slide Skinner in my schedule this month, but between moving in my new apartment and Halloween album, 7 MVs, I think November 9th is the earliest I can start. I'm very sorry. But if there's any projects after that date y'all would like me to do, I can lock in my calendar 100%. How long does it take for you to edit an MV? Says, depends on the length, usually a week or two. Says, how would you feel about giving me everything for an MV now, work on it between your other projects, and have it to me by the end of October? I really love to be able to squeeze y'all in if I absolutely could, but genuinely don't feel I have any more days free until November 9th. This month, the start of November, is literally an ass beating for my schedule. Okay, thanks. You're missing out on a good one. When is Cinders coming out? It's when it's ready. TBH, I'll probably start in it a day or two after I wrap up with Bows and V's in that case. This song has a lot of typography. Is that something you're good with? Can I hear it? If not, no worries, just so I can get an idea. Was it EN or Japanese English? So when was it you're free again? Things have been pushed back by a lot. November 9th is my last MV for Bow until the first week of December. When is Cinders coming out? When it's ready, lol. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. It says lots of animated text with different fonts, but yeah, that's fine. Is it just one still image we're using for art? No. I can send you more details in a week or two. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So now he's trying to push. So now he's saying, what if we paid you double? So trying to push the MV. Says, are you available? Sorry for getting you back to you so late. All good. I'm still 100% down. I would like to be able to start the first or second week of December for mid-December release, if that's okay. Says, we're hoping end of November release. That'd be impossible. We can send the invoice to wait whenever. We'll get it paid ASAP. Sax says, I come bearing gifts. I hope the girlies like it. So I think that's the file. So congratulating them for dragging this out. Or sorry, for getting this done. Let's see. Sax saying, yo, it's fine if I go forward. And if going forward, I don't get credited the video description, saying yes, thank you. I'd rather just be an in-house type thing for Bow after this. So going in-house for Bow. And then talking again here, Redacted saying, I mean, like, if we wanted to have some sort of model exclusivity, what would you need to make it sustainable? Maybe you can share one of your ideas and I can check what I think. So I got some ideas for this. I was driving. What are you thinking? So I asked help from my friends. So a monthly fee. Also, how long would this be, and this counts for models I already worked on? Well, the main thing is we're looking for you for you not to take any brand new model clients and not make any model outfits with blank again.
So,
okay.
Yeah, here's the.
And let me read the rest of this. So you'll still be able to work on models and outfits with all your existing babies, and your art comms wouldn't be affected. One of our concerns is more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value. And the second is there's few people that we would just not rather not have a model from you. Maybe not any new babies at all. The reason why I brought this up is that there's been a lot of bias with another one of the partners with certain creators. And we'd rather these creators not have what Cinder makes unique, which is your artwork. Okay. This is actually going to piss people off. And this actually may make people think I'm siding with Redacted. But listen, hear me out here. What they're trying to do in a very clumsy way is negotiate an exclusivity contract. It's not illegal to have an exclusivity contract. So it isn't illegal for them to say, hey, I want you to be my exclusive artist. That is not illegal at all to do that. However, it looks really bad. The optics of it don't look good.
Yeah, the
and
optics
obviously it's going to piss people off.
Yeah.
Right? So there's legally, though, it is not a crime to try to negotiate exclusivity. And by the way, they're not entirely wrong about that. Exclusivity does allow for a greater value of work. If the artist is good and they're your artist, then yeah, you have the fucking baller artist. You're the only one with them. So just to understand, I'm not nagging on them for that. It's about the way they did it that feels scummy, and that I can definitely agree with. But my evil lawyer arc says here, exclusivity is not necessarily illegal. So once we have to separate morality from illegality. And especially when I'm speaking, I need to be clear. And I need to be fair, because I try to be very fair. But at this point, now we're going to go further. But at this point, there hasn't been anything illegal about negotiating this contract. Now, I did say previously there was an issue with terminating Bao, right? And that was definitely some interference. Once again, whether or not they be held guilty of that, that's up to a court. A court might say, one way or another. A court or a judge might say one thing or another. But so far, nothing. But let's continue. We've got more. Nano says, OFC, I just want to understand it better, specifically if I cancel her for the second time. So canceling is a bit dicey. Well, with Blank, she's been given a lot of bias and priorities at gamer subs, sometimes over Cinder. We can't really confront them about it, and plus she's gone 3D. Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've gotten to know her better being friends with her, but she rubs us the wrong way with the things she does. We wanted to try to safeguard our most important artisters since she's already taken our editor. And I don't mean taken like he doesn't work with us anymore. He does. But he has to dedicate time for her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. One of Bao's MV editors is the one that did the Boss MV Rush, and we're 99% sure she told him not to do any more with us. But like model art is the most important thing, that's the entire VTuber image. Okay. All this Bao talk was completely unnecessary to sign an exclusivity contract. You don't need to explain any of that. All that did was open them up more. They just needed to say, we want an exclusivity contract and don't talk about it. Your personal feelings or drama or whatever else was not really necessary to sign an exclusivity contract. But, and to say hijack and use some of that language, like you're accusing her of theft of a YouTube editor, and picking up artists we work with, that's called the artists that you work with getting popular. That means they're good. Bao had original songs last year that had MVs by her editor. The songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon and saying that he would love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We managed to have him squeeze in Boss Rush MV between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it and is super excited to work on the next MV project. Boss Rush song blows up. He's credited as the editor. I ask him when he's free to do the next project. All of a sudden, he changed his mind. Is only working with Bao going forward. No explanation. There's some context missing since we know how Bao is behind the scenes. But basically, we don't have an MV editor for now for our next Boss Rush project. I think Bao got pissed that her editor did an original MV song for her friends without her knowing and did it 100x better than her original songs last year. And she locked him up so no one else could work with him. And then had him make it public on Twitter that he was only working with her going forward, like a literal announcement tweet. Oh shit, yeah, that's super weird. So then they post sack. Anonymously in-house. As in will never be credited publicly so no one knows who they work for Bao. Oh, that's literally it.
Yeah, the other
and it reads like a
pup
hostage
is...
note. Yeah, I asked to be anonymous since I wanted to separate from being known as a freelancer. No
I mean,
one does this.
It's hard to say who's the other Hellhound pup when you have Silvervale, right? I feel like people who are trying to say it's fucking, I mean, Spite, I guess Spite is the only other Hellhound, I guess. I don't know.
No one decides to do this on their own. This was 2 weeks after Boss Rush came out. Yeah, it's pretty weird. And now she's been barking up the tree of one of her L2D animators, so like you and a nano model. Yeah, looking for me sounds sus. It's annoying. She has a way of guilt-tripping people to get her way. What about we can pay X for you? You don't have to discount it for the next payment. We'll continue to give you lots of model work. You don't work with these people again. I think these people were definitely Bao and a couple others. I've seen the unredacted version. One of them is definitely Bao. I think one of them's definitely, I think it's Spite, Bao, and one more. I've seen this one uncovered. But anyways, I don't think you've ever done anything with Blank Blank before. We also have a GS label for you, the FK. Silver. Is Silvervale or Shy Lily? Was it Lily or Vale? I think it's maybe, oh, Cotton. Oh no, Cotton. Cotton.
Yeah,
Cotton's on there too. Cotton's on there too.
Tail.
Is there any way to add a little bit more since Blank still asks for art and every now and then? We could do it like when Blank asks for art, you tell her no and tell us to buy another art piece. Like you still get a job from it. So they're trying to. So they are trying to work it out. Cinder, just want to say sorry for stepping back on exclusivity. Wanted to apologize personally to you since I've only talked about that with Red, but I just don't want to get dragged into personal issues like that. After all, Blank is still a client. It makes me anxious. It kind of destroys my mental to do this kind of deal. Just want to let you know I still have worked with you and Red, but I understand if things don't work out because Blank. Still love my clients. It's all. I get it, Nano. It's pretty unfair to push it on you, but it's really confusing going back and forth. I just get compared to her a lot, even still today, and it's like I'm always living in someone's shadow, which is one reason why Red asked about not making any models for her. And when you said, I understand if things don't work out, it makes me feel like you're okay with not working with me anymore, which hurts me after all this time. That's kind of some gaslighting right there. I really appreciate you, Nano, and it's your decision who you will ultimately work with, but this is how I've been feeling. I don't really see any point of keep thinking about being compared to Blank. You're so much bigger, and you've already done much more. But I would never give Blank any priority. Also, there's not even any model we're being discussed. I just want to sleep clear-minded. I'm also fine at doing our models, but at least gamer subs are...
Honestly, I don't think there was any point in fucking censoring this. I mean, the fact that you had everyone... Right, people were censoring it and uncensoring it down the line. It's like, come on. That's already weird.
You'll still be fine with me. I don't want to be 100%
I hate to say it, but everyone implicated
it's not me,
in
but
this
other people's
thing
opinions
is
of us. I'm just trying not to involve any drama that other people
everyone's in a rough
want to talk
spot.
comparing us. But I understand where you're coming from.
Everyone's a little sus in a
and
sense.
saying sorry, my mental is weak. Same girl. I'm sorry for bringing you into this.
These are all women. They're all friends
that
with
money.
each other.
The whole situation is kind of
they
sucky.
were all friends
at
each other.
I understand things don't work out about this. Mostly if you hate me for not burning down, not burning Blank down from my list.
With each other.
I would never hate you. Thank you. I'm just an insecure bitch. I love everything we've done together and I want to keep more. People just saying dumb shit online.
This is not my issue to deal with.
Let's finish this out. We got
this is
2 more pages. People saying she's been acting weird towards Cinder. Don't know what's going on. Oh, weird. Ever since V-Card launched, what do you consider weird? Lately dipping out of collabs they're both part of and ghosting her. Cinder's raided her a couple times and Lily won't acknowledge Cinder by name. So Shy Lily mentioned just weird petty stuff. That's weird since they both say that share the same store. Around V-Card's launch, they were talking and collabing. I don't know what happened. But her asking for you for a model after that was just weird. Even though she said she doesn't plan on getting a new model anytime soon. I don't know. I hate that we keep bringing you into drama. Yeah, I thought it was quite early to go for a new model.
Why bring it up?
Look, I'm menacing, so I don't talk to her. Feels like we're
like 3 times already, 4 times. It's like, Jesus Christ, maybe stop.
What do you mean compete? I think compete is really weird. So Redacted going, is it just Cinder and Blank you've been doing continuous model outfits for? We have a D-Min update list plus arcade reference for you soon as it's finished. I think it is. I have an outfit for Blank planned. As for Blank, got nothing new, but she always comes up with something. Do you know who's rigging Lily? Gonna be Blank. Thanks, Nano. Sorry for the questions. Gonna stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artists. Never take a break. Saying, I'm going to go bald now. I'll keep you in the loop. Anything going on? Also that, the balding? No, you fool. Just stupid drama. Got to stay competitive even when we shouldn't have to. Your PFP looks like a guy with a mustache. Don't go too far in competitiveness. It can get bad. Got to chill. Hey, it's not us. What do you mean? It is you. You control you. But anyways, we aren't the ones getting a model from the artist that the other GS owner out of the blue and ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. So I think that's mentioning Lily there at the end. So that's what we got. What do we got from the claims? Okay. Well, honestly, the one that was clearest to me based on the evidence was Bao. Because there was a existing contract, there was a breach.
Yeah, there was
clearly a damage there.
Yeah,
so actually Bao from a
yeah, I thought that too. Because it seemed like Bao was already having work at some point when I read that doc. So it's like right? I don't know if anything can be done with them because I don't know if they want.
There's some stuff that happened out there that some people could say might be defamation, but the problem with defamation is they didn't put this information
but at the end of the day, how much
themselves.
money are you going
They didn't
to try and
intend to
recuperate
publicize this.
from
This was this was something that was leaked,
and then
right?
you have to, there's going
so
to be
I
a lot,
think the liability, once again, Cinder and Redacted, anything that Redacted is responsible for, can go on Cinder, 100%.
Yeah, it's on Cinder. Yeah, I mean they're literally acting as manager, literally. Yeah, you heard it from the lawyer's mouth. It is a possibility. But yeah. Never discuss or disclose anything about a client with another client, correct? No contract talk, no money talk, no schedule talk, no insider stuff or industry gossip. Nothing, correct? Yeah, the fact that you're doing... Yeah, this is why you do not mix business and friendship together, right? This is just so fucking unprofessional. Right? Never do that shit. You're doing that shit, you're a fucking weird person and you should be fucking hung. By the way. Don't do that shit. That's fucking weird. What happens on other... Right, because that... once you start asking about all that shit, it sounds like you want to do some weird sabotage shit, right? Don't do that. What happens on the other side, jobs and is none of their business. Exactly. Especially when those clients are in the same industry. Yep. And working in the same gamer subs. We're all partnered. Hello. What the fuck are you doing? The only thing they should ever see is the work you choose to put in your portfolio or post on social media after the job is done and the invoice is paid. You want clients that are professional. You need to attract professional clients. Professional clients will appreciate you more if you are confident that you behave professionally. Preston, Texas. What they did was super scummy, but not illegal. Correct. Basically. The only thing that was really, like, the most scummiest thing was the Bao situation. Right? Because there was an existing contract already. It seems. And then you could say the Silver Veil one as well was pretty scummy too. But yeah, go, Mr. Legal Mindset. With his insight. If I got a lag. I don't know what happened. Like lag. I don't know what's up with my browsers. What happened?
You got anyone you want to call? You got anyone you want to?
So we obviously have the Cinder situation.
Stop it.
So what happened? So we. So we all.
Sorry. Anyways, let me. Time's it? Okay. I gotta go to sleep soon. Got work to do. I still gotta finish up some stuff for my. I gotta get my final report for my project done. My other project done. To finish it this. I'm gonna be doing that all week. Yeah, I got a presentation too. Fuck. I want to paint. Yeah, I just wanted to fuck. Alright. I think we're gonna, I think I'm just gonna. Oh, actually. Let's do these quick last things. Oh, wait, not that one. Part of my project. There we go. How can Catholics support this blasphemy? Blasphemy? This is fucking hilarious. A pope. Pope. Trump. Fucking the AI post from Trump. This fucking guy. And then, oh yeah, apparently oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Esmongold had something funny to say about the whole Hassan thing.
Ethan Klein is just like not an intelligent person at all. Great comment. You're kind of a bitch, Dan from H3. I hate to say it. I hope you make over 250K. Union contract lies in a balance. Do not watch Hassan Abi on Twitch. He tricked me into having empathy for people. And so what I've noticed is that almost all of the people that are supporting Hassan on stream, or sorry, on Twitter, are a bunch of mentally ill middle-aged women.
Oh, okay.
That's basically it.
I just went with retards.
That is the
I guess he went a step further and called them women. Well, I mean, some of them are women, that's for sure.
Actual simps. That's it. Like, anybody who watched that debate and thought that Hassan didn't look like a moron and didn't look bad, you've been completely ideologically captured. 100%.
Yeah.
It made him
look
awful.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, given what we watched throughout that fucking whole man, that was painful. It was, oh man, it was so bad.
When he's sitting there saying like all this, oh yeah, but the rapes, but they didn't have this.
Yeah, but the rapes. Oh, but they misrepresented this side of the story or that side. What are you talking about, man? They said the rapes happened, though. Just because some accounts were false doesn't... What? Doesn't mean shit.
for the rape. They didn't have that for the rape. What about these other 4 people? Yeah, but then there's still like,
Yeah.
well, I've never seen somebody play more defense for rape in my life.
Yeah, that was weird. Not only, yeah, he played a lot of defense for Hezbollah, right? A lot of the terrorist organizations, just disgusting grossness that they do. Like, what the fuck?
Never in my life. It was impressive. That was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, look, he knows how to he knows how to stay true to his fucking ideology. That's for sure, right? Propagandist through and through. Oh God, no. Ever since I started like liking certain fucking VTubers posts, fucking put a goddamn bullet in me. Fuck. The Kraken has been unleashed. All of them are crazy, by the way. They're all women. Who knows if they're all women? They could be fucking, and they could be putting on the fucking filter for all I know. Don't make me pull up the fucking video. God damn it. Alright, anyways. What time is it? Oh yeah, apparently this man risks his life over McDonald's nuggets. He starts assaulting workers and shit for it. I don't know why. Alright, we'll watch some of this tomorrow. I think I'm gonna call it now. I'm beat. I'll doing all that fucking work for my project. I'm fucking